but some people call me Ears. Other people call me Satellite Dish. Others still call me the FA Cup. Some call me Smiler. Others still call me Hey You. You! Come back here, hey you! You're supposed to pay for those sporks. This is Board Deck and Dice's BrewTube. Top of my list for excitement this week is the fact that I have been given a pass by the wife to go to the UK Games Expo. I'll be taking my good friend Daniel along with me. He is even newer to board games than I am, so I'm looking forward to blowing his mind while simultaneously having my mind blown as well. So plenty of mind blowing activities going on, I guess. We're only going for one day due to practicalities, life and all that, but I'm very excited about it, looking forward to meeting up with a game designer who I backed the copy of a card game called Ember from District 31. Looking forward to picking that up, meeting the designer and just seeing what's going on. We will take some pictures, maybe some footage, and I'll be on Twitter as long as my battery allows me. I also wanted to talk to you about some of these shops I use to get my games from. Now, I've done quite a bit of research to get obviously the best prices and service that I can, and I'm just going to mention three today. The first is my local bricks and mortar store called Toy Jack. It has a website called toytoyjack.co.uk, and this is situated in a place in Scarborough called The Market. And in The Market there is an area called the Market Vaults, which you have to go like underground to get into. It's got this dungeon vibe going on, if that's your bag. I'm not judging. And it's a great shop, like literally packed to the rafters with games. Lovely bloke runs it. I'll always stop and chat, always chat to customers when I'm in there. It doesn't mind when you completely wreck his floor to ceiling stack of games. That's, of course, I've never done. So that's Toy Jack. Also does a large range of pop miniatures, Walking Dead, you know, all that other memorabilia stuff as well. Worth checking out online if you don't live in Scarborough. If you do live in Scarborough, get down to the Market Vaults. If you're visiting, it's worth going and looking at that whole area. Also in Scarborough is an online store called Hellfire Gaming. And again, great prices, great range. What's great for me is I can order on the website and pick up from the guy's flat on the same day. How amazing is that? But very good online store, worth checking that out as well. And lastly, I want to talk about a website called betterboardgames.co.uk. Fortunately, at the moment, they only ship to the UK. What I love about this store is that, as well as being family friendly and having a lot of carefully chosen games, a great place for us in the UK to get harbour games particularly, which having a 6-year-old boy is a big attraction to me, is that he also has a lot of games that are harder to get on places like Amazon. Spinderella, he has Coconuts, which is proving very popular at the minute. I've seen an actual LOL, we'll edit that out, we won't because I don't know how to do that. I've seen actual LOL and the Dice Tower both review Coconuts recently, so I imagine that's going to sell well on Amazon. It was either out of stock or at ridiculous prices from sellers, but on Better Board Games, I think it was about 25 quid, and they also had the expansion as well, which can turn it into a 6-player game. So those are some of the shops I use, as well as Dark Souls coming on to Kickstarter this week. The other big news is Tabletop has announced its Season 4. Interesting choice of games. They say they want to be more family friendly, focus on more indie games and also RPGs. So some of the ones off the list: Welcome to the Dungeon. I own that, I'll be doing a review of that within time. Star Realms, one of my favourite deck builders. Be interesting to see how they do that, whether they make it a 4-player game, whether they drag it out, whether they mix things up. Be interesting to see. Lanterns, Flashpoint, Champions of Midgard, Tiny Epic Galaxies and Codenames. So more family friendly, definitely. What's interesting for me is when I first started in the hobby, or got back into it seriously, a lot of the games that Tabletop had on, I didn't know, or I'd look at them and not be familiar with them. I'm very familiar with this list, and I'm only a couple of years in seriously to the hobby, so it'll be interesting to see how they go with that. Anyway, Dougalshire. This is BrewTube, and like your suggestions for what we do with this segment from now on, I'm going to be posting reviews on Monday and Fridays and BrewTubes on Wednesdays. That's the plan anyway, but when life gets in the way. But if you'd like some Q&As, if you'd like some crowdfunding roundups, I'm planning to do a glossary of terms, also planning to talk about how I teach games in the various things that I do with games, hoping to start after school club for an infant school, so I'll talk about that. I'm also a budding game designer, so if you want me to talk through my process of that, welcome to do that. Lots of ideas, let me know if you have any in the comments. And if you're going to the UK Game Expo, come and say hello to me and Dan, and we will probably ignore you. See you next time. Gone cold. That's what happens when you have to do 5 takes.